This is the plot of the backworld.
I hate these channels. I hate these channels. I hate these channels so very much. Not because the content they produce is actually very bad. I think it's very well produced. Like, I think the editing is very well done and all that, and that they should feel very proud about what they are. However, I hate them. Any channel that's like, I'm gonna summarize this other person's content, I'm gonna summarize this game, I absolutely hate it. These are the things that are literally killing the attention span of the Gen Z, okay? These are the gamers, not the gamers, these are the video makers who are starting to make it so that like every game that needs to be popular, has to be popular, or becomes popular, has to be well suited for a person with the attention span of 5 seconds, okay? And it pisses me off, I understand that's kind of just escape of YouTube. I understand that like, oh, that's kind of like, it's just how they get their viewers, man. It's just how they get your viewers. But like, we are living in a society where the average attention deficit is like maybe 6 or 7 seconds, and if you can't capture anything inside those 6 or 7 seconds, then people are just gonna leave, and it just makes me a little bit annoyed. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I understand it's kind of the escape of YouTube nowadays. Everything has to be super hyper edited. Everything has to be like, oh, it has to keep retention. You know what I mean? Ain't no way he did that. That's crazy, Magnolia. I was having a good run too. I was having a really good run too until you hit me over there. But anyways, yeah, no, it just annoys me. It just annoys me, man. Like, I'm torn though, because like, I don't think it's like terrible. It's like a highlight montage. You know what I mean? Like a highlight montage of another person's development experiences. But it's like, I don't know. It also like discourages people from actually playing games, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe there are some creators out there that like, oh, one sec. Oh, ow. Maybe there are some creators there who like leave a little bit to be discovered. You know what I mean? Hello, miss. Hello. Get this guy over here. Get hurt. But like 90% of the time, they're like, hey, this is the entire story explained in 5 minutes. And while I understand that like, it's good content objectively because it gets views. You know what I mean? And people like seeing things summarized in like literally 5 seconds. Not actually, but like, you know, a couple of minutes. But it still feels, I don't know, it doesn't even feel lazy, it just feels off to me. I think we've moved on from a society that likes experiencing things on their own, and now just enjoys experiencing things vicariously through other people. And that's just, I don't think we should be living like that, personally. I'm not saying like I'm right, like 100%, because I know there's like some nuance between it. Like, oh, there's people that like introduce games in like an explorative manner, you know what I mean? Ain't no way. I was like 1 second off, I swear. Huge. I'm getting better at this, by the way. I'm getting cracked. I'm getting a little bit cracked over here at this game. But anyways, no, people don't want to like develop skills anymore. That's why that's why we have people who don't want to like, how do you say, beat Dark Souls. You know what I mean? I haven't beaten Dark Souls, by the way, so this is like completely hypocritical. But I have played most of it and enjoyed my time with it. But like we get people who don't want to like do anything anymore, man. But they don't want to work hard for like some kind of end goal, some kind of finish to a story. They just want to have their quick experience with a game and then leave it for all of eternity. Not all of eternity, but like leave it until the next time they decided to play it, which is probably never. But you know what? Maybe they will. It makes for smaller, but the gun ammo is half. No thank you. I like my gun ammo. And I also like money. I also enjoy a lot of money. Over here. Huge. Ain't no way I didn't reload. Oop. Hello, sir. How you doing down there? But yeah, no, it just, I feel like I mean, okay, obviously we've evolved as a society, but once was a bunch of people reading books and having nonchalant conversations, is now people who look at their phones and like, rot. You know what I mean? And I do the same thing. Don't even like try to like say, oh, I'm not trying to say I'm better. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying we as a majority. Here's the deal, fully heal you, but you cannot roll anymore. Absolutely terrible, Dennis. Sorry, not taking that. But yeah, no, people don't want to do anything anymore, man. They don't want to like put in the hard work, put in the due diligence anymore. They just want instant gratification, and that just maddens me. That's just like that. I'm just really upset. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just really upset. People don't want to play a new game and learn out the whole, I don't know, attack systems, attack patterns, the fighting games. You know what I mean? They wanna pick up a game that they already know how to play, and just play it. Which I understand the sentiment, but like, where was a society where instead of like, you know, knowing everything, we were cavemen. We were cavemen, okay? We were cavemen, we were inventive. We touched fire just to see what it did, and then when we got burned, we learned. Okay? When we touched the fire, we learned. But now we don't even need to touch the fire because the fire is like digital, you know what I mean? The fire is like, oh, one second, now. The fire in question, it's just a program, a file that you can like experiment with infinitely, and you know what you do with it? You don't do anything with it because you don't need to. AI got that now. You don't gotta do trial and error. You don't need to do that. You don't. It burns me to bits every single time I think about it. Okay, it just gets me a little bit riled up. But anyways, that's my little rant for the day. Sorry to like start the first 5 minutes with like ranting. I didn't mean to. No, he definitely meant to. He felt like it. He felt like it. I was in the mood. I was in the mood to like bring on some heat, just a little bit. But like, I don't know, man. I want to meet more. I don't know. I'm not gonna say smarter people, but I want to meet more people who would do their due diligence because it is due diligence and not because it's gonna get them something. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to sit with a kid who is completely rewards and gratification based and only wants you to do something for them, or will only do something for you rather if they get rewarded for it. Okay, I want to stay with the people who's like in it for the long term, in it for like building relationships. You know what I mean? And we don't have anymore. We don't have those people anymore. I mean, not that I've met too much, at the very least. I'm sure they exist. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, machine gun. I'm sure they exist. There's probably like 6 or 7 of them over in, I don't know, Virginia or whatever. I don't know. I named a random place, okay? I named a random place. I'll confess. But like, man. I don't know. I just wish more people were like that. Maybe I gotta do some more digging. I do a little bit of social work. Not like social work, like the, you know, the job kind, but like, I do try to be social whenever I can. Join Discord servers, participate in random activities. Get out of here. Huge. Okay, I'm just gonna dash past you, honestly. I've taken way too much damage, okay? I've taken way too much damage to you to justify, like, even trying to do the cool stuff, okay? I'm gonna do it eventually. I'm gonna do it eventually, Tank Twin. But, like, until I can, like, you know, actually get it on with you, I don't want to do too much risky stuff. Also, I do want to beat the game as Shed. And I feel like I've been thrown a little bit, just a little bit, by, like, trying to go for the tank stuff and cool stuff all the time. And I do regret that a little bit, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's fancy, it's fancy. I think it's a really cool addition to the game, and a really cool implementation of, like, a character, how a character can, like, differently fight something, and much faster, too, much faster. But anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping about the game. I'm yapping about being mad. Huh. Oh. What else do I hate? Am I a hater today? I think I'm a hater today. I'm sorry. I'm not usually a hater. I don't think I'm a hater. I usually just yap about random stuff out of my mind. And today my mind was hate. Like, I am. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? I have no mouth, but I cannot, and I cannot scream. Or no, I must scream. I have no mouth, and I must scream. You know what I mean? My name's Am now. I'm a hater. Ah. Oh. Anyways. But yeah, no, I think gaming's good. I think gaming's good. I think there's a lot of games that people don't play nowadays. Oh, one second. And even the indie scene, I will say, is getting a little bit lazy. Oh. Like, remember when, back in the day, when you, instead of having these indie games fed to you on a silver platter by some random YouTuber, you had to, like, go out and find them yourself? Well, that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm actually finding them myself. I'm playing games that, like, people don't put on YouTube, man. Some of them we don't talk about. Some of them we don't talk about, but, like, most of them are pretty good. Most of them are pretty good. And if they're not, then I assume they're just passion projects, and, you know, people are trying their best. It's very difficult to make any kind of game, to be completely honest, so if you do play a game, you must respect them. Do respect them. They sunk a lot of hours into making that, okay? I just want to tell you. Big dubs for the game dev, because, like, they learned that, like, I don't know what coding language people learn nowadays, because it used to be... One sec. You know what? Because it used to be... What was it? Oh. It used to be, like, Unity. Now it's Godot. Some people are using Game Maker, I keep seeing on itch. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, some people are using Game Maker. More and more people are using UE5, even though I have my own complications with UE5. And by that I mean Unreal Engine, by the way. The main issue being, like, it just takes so much data. It just takes so much data. Like, to install it, you need to give it 5 gigs. And then to make a game, you need, like, well, depending on how big you want to go, but, like, multiple gigs. Maybe even tens of gigs. And I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Plus, whenever you actually give it to a person with a normal laptop, and then by that I mean a non-gamer, I mean a normie, you know what I mean? They're always like, man, why is it so slow? And you have to, like, very gently tell them, your computer is... Your computer... I'm sorry, sir, you do not have the qualify... You do not qualify to have that, like, this game running because of the RAM you have. Because of the GPU, because of the CPU, because of the display monitor. And I don't like saying that. I don't like saying that to people, because I think gaming is like a universal kind of thing. I don't think you should try to bar it up, but like in some cases, it's just a hardware diff, and with the RAM getting more expensive day and day, I don't know if gaming in UE5 is like a feasible way to like have people play your games anymore. Did I learn UE5? I mean, kind of, barely even. I made a game in it. I don't think it was good. But like, oh, one sec. In a way. And honestly, I didn't even enjoy it. Insane. Wait, what? Wait, is he goated? Wait, is he actually goated though? I think I'm goated. Wait, that was kind of a crazy trick. You know what I mean? I bounced on it as she stroked me. Okay, by stroke I mean like strike, but like the past tense, just for the record. But like as she like striked me, that's a better word. Hello there. We're not done yet. Tosses you to the side. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? What if I just RP the entire... No, I'm not gonna RP. I'm not gonna RP the entire Yomi fight second phase. I don't... That's a little bit too slimy, even for me, to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna do that. You ever try RP? I've only tried it once, and I didn't like it. Like role-playing? Oh, one second. Like, it was like a desert island RP, and then everyone was like, oh yes, a new... Like, I joined, like, pretty, I guess, late? No, not even late. Like, early? No, not early. Oh, ow. Ow. I'm not ever hitting that ever again. Hey, no, I lived. I did not live. Yeah, I joined, like, back when I used the Mino, and that's a pretty old, like, social media that never really, like, took off. I mean, it took off for a while, but, like, it was not it, man. It kind of died out after Instagram and TikTok and every other social media platform went on. But long story short, I used to use this social media site called Mino. And I would just browse communities, do some random stuff, blah 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 blah. It was social media, you know what I mean? But there was one time when I was like, hey, this says Desert Island Roleplay. And I was like, you know what, why not? Why not? So I go inside the Desert Island Roleplay, a little server, if you will. Like, it was like maybe like 6 people or whatever. And they're like, oh yes, a new traveler. Oh, he seems to wash up on shore. And I'm like, what the heck is happening? Because at this point, I'm gonna be honest, I was not really into roleplay, like at all, basically. And still not. I'm still not. So I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, as if it was like a normal server, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh yes, oh, a new traveler. And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, man. I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know what you're trying to do here. And he's like, oh, he must be forgetting something. He was like dropping hints and stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't know what's going on here. They didn't kick me or anything. I left on my own accord because I didn't feel into it. I felt like I was like that one guy at the party that didn't know what was going on, like at the function. You know what I mean? And so I went out and I'm like, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm fine. Now I see that, like, oh no, it's you again. Here's the deal. Permanently increase your health by 5 points, but enemies are to do double damage. That's bad. That's very bad. I mean, maybe it's not up to a certain extent, but right now it's pretty bad. Oh. Huge. Because then health packs don't do anything, basically. Yeah, anyways. Long story short, I don't like RP. Or at the very least, doing RP. I don't know, there's just... There's so much about it that's, like, fake to me, you know what I mean? I mean, of course, it's RP, you know what I mean? It's just role-playing, that's kind of the point. But, like, I like real stories, personally. I like stories where people say things that they would normally say. I can blend it a little bit. Like, I have no issue with blending fantasy with reality. Like, if it's a D&D campaign and you want to, like, act like a certain person, but more so you're kind of giving yourself to the character rather than, how do you say, acting as one? Ooh. Giving a little bit of your individuality to commit. You know what I mean? No, I don't know if I, like, said that correctly, but whatever. I know what I said. I think I said it right. I understand it myself. That's okay. But yeah, no, I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping. You know, alright, fair enough. I don't even know how you took damage there, I'll be honest. You kind of just exploded. Do you like, whenever the tank twins are over here, by the way? Question for the chat. I don't know if I prefer them on the right side or the left side, and because on here, it's kind of, like, blocked by my head, but, like, over there, it's... Maybe I shouldn't move myself. Nah, I'm good. I'm alright. You got to see them sometimes. That's pretty cool. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick nasty. I don't want the cross. I hate the cross. I don't need that. I don't need all that. Alright, come on. Okay, you almost exploded on me. That wouldn't be the first time, but, like, come on, dude. Don't do it again. I thought we learned. Get him, and bounce on it, and we're good, I need another weapon, man. I need like any other weapon that's not this shotgun, or shot stole, rather. It's not it. Doesn't do enough damage. It doesn't do pretty much anything. It has the range of a little, like, I don't know, a pea shooter. It's just not a good weapon, man. It's just not a good weapon. He's using it, by the way, to its max effectiveness. But I think that's more of an attribute to me than the weapon, you know what I mean? Bitch. Get some damage. I don't want the LSAT. I don't want that. You know, like, I thought I was complaining about the other gun, but, like, I don't want that one. That one's kinda gross. Alright, Lady Stradavius, let's fight. Alright, put me on. Oh. Ain't no way I already took damage, there's no way. Okay, one hit's fine. For the next 30 seconds, he's locked in. He will not speak unless it's just narrative talk. Narrative talk? Narrates or talk, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, I'm gonna trust you. Ain't no way, I didn't fire any bullets there because I was like, oh, ain't no way, you know what? Bounce on it. Huge. Ooh, ray gun. I like ray gun. Me when I'm like... Me when it's like, 2008 and I want to play Black Ops Zombies, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Man, I love the ray gun. It was such a funny weapon. It's like, hey, this came out from the mystery box, you know what I mean? Oh, one sec. It's like, oh, in a game with, like, zombies and stuff, yeah, they had to have, like, one special weapon. And it was the ray gun. It was a legendary weapon. Everyone loved it. And then they added the thunder gun, and then it was an okay weapon, and then everyone loved it. And then they added the Wonder Waffle, and it was an okay weapon, and I don't really have any other thoughts about this one. I'll be honest, I don't really like the Wonder Waffle. It was cool, don't get me wrong, it was powerful, but, like, it kinda... didn't feel cool enough. I don't know. It didn't feel like a zombies weapon where you had to, like, use it effectively to do, like, major damage. It felt like, hey, this is weapon slop. Does OP thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, ray gun was OP too, don't get me wrong. But it was like, oh, it was a pistol still. Oh, you got some energy ammo. Oh, you had to, like, do a bunch of things just so then you keep the upkeep. Wonder Waffle is fire in their general direction, and it will definitely do damage. Yep. Yep. Congratulations, you did damage. So it has a skill expression of like hit the thing. Oh wait, one sec. It has a skill expression of press E to use Reaper ult. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe I deserve that. I don't know. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Rabbit Hole. I do hope you enjoy. Have a good morning, afternoon, and/or good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright? See ya, see ya.